my dear Cancer, this is your love and spirituality reading for the month of May 2019 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. We are soon entering into Taurus season, so happy birthday to all Taurus out there. And I read for the signs in order of most liked videos. You can see the order I read in this time around at the community section of my channel. And thank you all for liking, watching, commenting, donating, and subscribing to my channel. I am so grateful for all of your appreciation. If you want to support my channel even more, you can click the ad attached to this video or watch the ad for 30 seconds or to the end of the ad, whichever comes first. That is the way YouTube channels get paid and you can continue watching content for free. This is a general reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. And for this reading, I will use the Crystal Tarot with Elisabetta Trevisan, and I will start shuffling your cards. So, my dear Cancer, when I open your deck here, I see Ten of Wands and King of Pentacles. So, if you're dealing with an earth sign, it seems like they are oppressing their feeling or trying to maybe do too much, do more when that they can do. It's a very stubborn energy. This might be you as well, working very hard on something, pushing you over your own limits, kind of, and not telling anyone how that feels. Okay. So, I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have the Two of Cups with the King of Pentacles. So, if there's a love affair, it might be pointing to one person, might be an earth sign, doesn't have to, just showing this that the person is very guarded and kind of sitting on this throne in a very unavailable landscape. They have a door onto the subconscious though, or to their basement where they store the things they don't want to show. So I think it's love that's not being showed here, that there's love being held back. Okay, so I call the four archangels in the four corners of the world, and here we have also the Sun together with King of Pentacles. So in any case, this is it's a big love. It's both the Two of Cups and 19 the Sun. Ten of Wands is of course the energy from the Sun, the energy from your soul, or the energy from their soul that's being stopped with kind of the Two of Wands holding, like, no, I don't want to say that, that's awkward, or I don't want to say that, it would put me in a vulnerable position, or whatever it is. But the soul wants to come through here. So I call the 6 elements, and here we have the Star card together with King of Pentacles. So for the soul to be able to shine, there needs to be a spiritual development. This is another sun. It's a lot of suns here, is the stars. So it kind of shows souls, and it's souls being further away a little bit. So kind of the divine in another dimension, other souls helping, trying to make this person heal, and being able to show what's inside with honor. Okay. So it might be that if this is you, Cancer, that you need to be in this stage for a while, being very rough, being very bossy, stubborn, with very clear boundaries, because this is what's needed also to heal, to feel safe, and thereby be able to start to look at the things that's more vulnerable, so that we can heal. So 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether. Two of Wands and the 8 of Cups. So the reason to why someone is being holding back in this situation is because they already gave so much, it seems. So if you feel that I'm not stubborn, I am self-preserving, then that's also what I see here in your cards, that is about self-preservation, being and not wasting all your energy into some situation that doesn't seem to fulfill your needs or your dreams anyways. So I want my dear Cancer to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay, so I will just tune in here for a few seconds to you, Cancer, and the energy of May for you. Okay, so my dear Cancer, this is your future. Wow, there. And this, I saw that card, so I got a little bit, oh no. Okay, and this is your now, and this is your past, so more disappointments. Five of Cups is the card of disappointments, and it's how we get disappointed with other people. And this other people, you have had some beautiful chance to create beautiful love with them, but since it was deception involved, you had to put very clear boundaries, and that was kind of your mission. So to be a little bit more aggressive in this situation and put boundaries and show your own kind of the feminine power of you, either you are a male or a female, that even if you are showing love, you won't be broken. Oh, okay. So that's the song coming true for Cancer. I will put it in the description box. It's about not being broken. Okay, you won't be broken, you won't be beaten down. So, but here with the Ten of Swords, you're a little bit beaten down, and it's in your most vulnerable part also. Maybe with someone that promised you everything, but it's became this little bit backstabbing situation. So Ten of Swords, and it means that there's something you do that's kind of opening up for people to hurt you. So it means that you have thoughts about yourself. For example, I'm stupid, I don't know how to do this, oh look, now I did that mistake again, I'm useless. So when you say these things to you in your head, others will say it to you on the outside just to show you how you are treating yourself. It might also be that you're too kind and you are not like you want to always be nice and well adjusted and, you know, follow the social conventions and be polite, but you meet someone that's not polite towards you, so and you just continue being polite and kind of being a little bit stomped on. So that is showing that there's other sides to you than not just this politeness, and you need to be able to also use your strength, and that kind of the door in the basement there with the King of Pentacles that we saw. So when the Ten of Swords comes, it wants to make us aware of something that we are doing that is not in our own best interest. So it's something we're holding on to, some rules or ideas or thoughts, or that's not healthy. Okay, so this is your future, and we have a King of Wands there, and it's a Lion also, Hanged Man, Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so it seems like you are going to have to be very brave in this situation, also have a lot of patience and kind of hanging around waiting for something. Something wants to happen here that's rather dramatic, but it seems like it's not going to. It's something pushing underneath the surface, and you feel it, so you feel like a little bit accelerated by it. It's almost like you have a breakthrough on your hands, but you're going to have to be stoic and patient, and mostly relying on your own abilities here and not waiting for some miracle with some little bit juvenile energy coming through and giving you all that you want. Fix it for yourself here. Become very courageous. It might be that some of you are waiting for a fire sign to say something. Okay, there's a song again, and it's a song that comes through very often, so I guess it has some certain meaning at this point in time. So maybe we are supposed to be, you know, really listen to it, really understand it. So, okay, so this is your past, and we have 8 of Pentacles here. So 8 of Pentacles is showing very good work, like loyal deeds, like a person wanting to do the best they can in a situation, wants to perform as well as they can. It can be a work situation, an educational situation, or trying to work things out in our relationships. So hard work being put down here. And then we have a 9 of Wands. So we had also the 5 of Cups underneath the pile there. So it seems like this is this loyalty, okay, is being kind of used by someone, or there's a situation where you feel that you are doing a lot of hard work, but you don't get any help. So with the 9 of Wands, the going gets a little bit rough here. More songs. So I think it's a like 80s song. It's probably a lot of synth because that's what I'm hearing. Okay, so 9 of Wands. So when the going gets rough here, you become stronger and stronger. So you feel like there should be really someone helping me here, or there should be more support, and why am I doing all this alone? But this in the past here, where you did something very loyal, beautiful, heroic, was actually you really didn't do this for other people. You were doing it to show your own splendor to yourself. So you need to be the only one that did this, or the one that took all the responsibility, because you were showing to yourself how strong you are. Maybe before you didn't believe that, you thought that you were weak, or that you were so easily disappointed, and it was something you were trying to run away from by maybe putting in a lot of effort. But when you put in a lot of effort here and you didn't really get help, you kind of realize how amazing you are. Okay, yes, and here we have the Tower. So that was a little bit like an aha moment for you, because you have built your whole life on like, I'm weak and I am maybe very emotional, and it's easy to hurt me, and other people needs to take care of me. So this was really like an aha moment. And I think it wasn't particularly pleasant. It usually isn't when we are supposed to relearn something that we have gotten used to. If we feel like we are very vulnerable and we want to be taken care of, we also feel that that is love. And we give to the other person what we want from them. So we give a lot of care, and we put in a lot of effort. We take a lot of responsibility. But in some way here you didn't get what you wanted, but you got what you needed, and that was to see your own strength in this. And here we have a Knight of Cups. I'm not sure why this Knight of Cups is here, so I'm going to take an oracle card to clarify. Okay, so I think you were a little bit lost to this. Okay. Your old beliefs were kind of taking into question, and you wanted to be helpless and fall on the floor and for someone else to pick you up. So you were questioning your whole situation, and you might have felt a little bit abandoned here. I can't really explain what I'm feeling, because sometimes feelings have no words. But it's like a surprise. Okay, I feel surprised, and I'm still feeling like this very, I think there's an identification. You have identified like a very nice, fine person, like a fragile flower, too good for this world. And this is your identification. Something has happened with that. We'll see. And we have a 7 of Cups. So I think it's an old survival skills that might come from childhood. Maybe you were not allowed to be strong. Maybe you were not allowed to be forceful or to be like a person that is good on anything. So I think you have worked very hard to prove that you are good enough. But here, surprisingly enough, you proved so much that you also disproved yourself that you are fragile or that you are over emotional or dramatic or any of these things. And this is throwing you back to projections and patterns and roles that you have played in your childhood, where you were kind of getting the role as the nice, timid person, when really maybe there was not only a nice, timid person there, but you got this role and you learned to kind of be a little bit helpless, and people needed to come and run and save you, and you wanted to be better or like a good person, so you started to work very hard, maybe like really looking on how other people in the surrounding did things, and you started to do the same thing because you wanted to be really good. But I think it's like you're fooling us here. There's something else underneath the surface that we were not allowed to see with you, and I think it's something of what we saw in the beginning with the King of Pentacles, this stubbornness, or like a very, maybe you are much more like you have certain ideas that are much more solid than you have led others to believe. You have led others to believe that you wanted to compromise and you wanted to do things their way, and you made yourself small and insignificant, and that's not the truth at all. You have a lot of opinions of things, is what I'm feeling. But with this, I think you felt very vulnerable at this situation where you did something heroic and you didn't really get help. I think the heroic thing was to deal with some kind of disappointment. You tried to, even if it was a really bad situation, you still tried your best to make things work. And it might be that you eventually got kind of pissed off, angry, or there was some element of surprise here. You surprised you. And then you have tried to go back into your old role or old belief system. Well, wait a minute, I'm small, I'm fragile. Other people are supposed to, see how good I am and also see how I'm hurting and pick me up. Okay, and here we have justice. So that's not going to happen. Every person needs to balance themselves. So if we are looking for a hero, we need to become our own hero. If we're looking for justice, we need to give it to ourselves. And if we want someone to come and fix something for us, we usually need to do it ourselves. It also becomes like in our own liking that way. And here we have a 6 of Wands underneath the 9 of Wands. So this is victory. So I think that you have learned something in a way. When you were small, you learned something in a way that wasn't accordingly with your true nature, but you accepted it. But you always felt like you weren't seen or loved for the person you were. And now you have shown a little bit more of that. You tried a little bit to go back to old habits, but I don't think that is allowed. And now I think with here it's truth and victory. I think you realize you were kind of right all along. Okay, you should never have adapted to their rules. You knew best in many of situations where you kept your mouth quiet and you kept your head down and you just tried to be liked and get approval. And here with this, you might have had a little bit of a moment of bitchiness or anger, or where you really were unable to be humble in the situation. If you hear a noise now, it's my dishwasher. It explains that it has done the dishes now, so we are very grateful for that. Okay, and here center we have the Queen of Wands. So I think you have really realized your strength. Probably it came over you like a demon from hell. Okay, you just said something that you felt was totally out of character for you, and it surprised both you and your surrounding. Probably might also be like a suitor here that got very surprised and felt like, I don't even know you, I don't even know who you are anymore. But now you know that this was who you were all along. And I'm hearing like so I think it's clibbery clattery of your dragon claws. Okay. So interesting. Yes, maybe it's lion claws. Strength. This is Aries. We have Libra there, Leo, Aries, Leo. Here we have Pisces, and yeah, that's kind of it. So Queen of Wands and the Strength card. Yeah, you have really found your dragon or your lion inside of you. So this was you all along. You have tried to play a part that you were given as a child, or maybe it's something you have learned over periods of different lifetimes to be very, okay, I need to be humble, I need to keep my head down, so not cause any problems, not cause any trouble. Now you're all about trouble here. King of Swords. Yes, it's what I said, that you realize that you were right all along. This is it's like self-fulfillment here. Yeah, okay. It's going to be a lot of songs. I hear trouble, trouble. So that's the song, because there's a melody to it and it repeats. Usually people don't say things repetitive like that if it's not a song. So this is what you have realized, that you were right all along, that you should never had, subordinated yourself to other people's worldview or their view of you, as you needed to be small and insignificant and probably talk with a very low voice and, not make too much fuss of yourself or thinking that you are good at anything. So now, even if you are really good at things, in the past here, I see that you might have had trouble to show it, because it was like you needed to live into the role of this, what you were given. So if you were super talented with singing, when you were supposed to perform on stage, your voice cracked. Okay, you couldn't sing. So everyone booed and threw tomatoes and egg on you. And you're really great at singing. It's just that you needed to play your role as small and insignificant and not particularly, good or like a threat. You needed to be not a threat to anyone, because everyone else was dependent on you playing insignificant, or like you didn't matter, or you were like not the smartest in the group, or not the brightest or the best voice or whatever. Okay, but here you realize that you were right all along, and this is a great epiphany. And it's also it's a very healthy recognition for your self-esteem. So this must have given you a self-esteem push, but it costed, because you had to lay down this idea that you were this soft little angelic unicorn kind of being. So there's more to you than this. Yes, and here shows this unicorn kind of being. Yeah, you have a lot of other sides to you that you could show, and you probably were forced to show them because other people in your surrounding was mirroring these things to you. Maybe being like acting like a devil in many ways, being deceiving and manipulating and things like this, or acting like they knew everything better than you. Queen of Pentacles, she's kind of a teacher. She also holds all the riches, and here's a Knight of Wands. So that can be like a person feeling spiritually advanced, like more advanced than everyone else. They knew everything first. And it might also be like a person being like a little bit player kind of energy. And all these situations, whatever they might have been, forced you to see yourself, and they challenge you until you, and then you surprise both yourself and your surrounding with not playing your role. But what grew out of that was this clickety-clattering dragon, which I feel. So I think this is great. It's not that you have turned bad. It's like you have turned into your own strength. And here we have a 9 of Pentacles. So 8 of Pentacles, Justice, 9 of Pentacles. You have grown up also, become very self-relying. You are not depending on other people anymore for your happiness or your blissfulness. You can take what you have and make the best out of the situation and make a very like a grounded, peaceful situation for yourself. 9 of Pentacles, it shows like a person taking a desert and making it into a paradise. And you did it all by yourself. So you didn't have to play small to get other people to give this to you. You could give it to yourself. And then we have a 5 of Pentacles, and it comes underneath. Yes, that's usually the way it goes. When you finally show your true self and your royal self, your lion self here, you show your power, people try to intimidate you to go back into your old behavior. They don't like at all the one that you have become, and there's no really rewards. So you thought that now they will understand that they can't treat me this way, but they might just have, disappeared and they are not in your life anymore because they wanted the little person lying on the floor, which was more easy to rule. So you need to find new friends if this is the case, new people that loves you for who you are instead of for who you pretended to be. Next card is the 2 of Swords, so it seems to be like a break between people. Yeah, we have Libra and Aquarius, so, and fire, Aries, Leo, so fire and air. It can be either or it can be any sign, but these are the people I'm seeing that you have maybe you're not speaking to them, or if you're speaking to them, you're not speaking about the things that really matters, the thing that happened here, only about easy topics that's not going to make you quarrel again or make you become this dragon creature. So with the 5 of Coins and 2 of Swords, many of you will have a totally break of contact with someone, and it felt very unrewarding because yes, finally you did this what the divine has asked you. You stopped playing this small little person. So where is your reward? So you're not going to get any reward for this. You're just stepping into the strength of your soul. So you finally can do what you were supposed to do at this earth. And that might not include any rewards. I don't think Jesus was particularly rewarded, but he did a great job anyways. So sometimes it's like that. To take a spiritual responsibility means to become a person that is able to go through anything kind of without rewards. So I'm sorry to say, because many of you hopes for rewards, of course. And here comes death. So death comes underneath the Knight of Chalices and Strength card. So someone got very intimidated with you becoming this strong. They are so they like this. They didn't like it. Okay. So it might be Pisces or Scorpio that didn't like this, how you became, how you said no, how you put boundaries, because they are too fragile. You were supposed to play the role of the fragile, so they didn't have to show how fragile they were and how much they hurt. So when you didn't play that role anymore, they were faced with their own pain. So they are going to ride away here and look at that. So that's why there's no real communication, or there's a breakdown of this communication, because they are going to do their own transformation here. You have already done a big part of yours with this epiphany or breakthrough or breakdown, mental breakdown maybe. And here's the Six of Swords, and it comes underneath the Seven of Chalices and King of Swords. So it just means that you need to continue acting with truth. And whenever a person is trying to drag you down into the old patterns, you just say what you see. Get rid of the social convention. If someone is rude to you, you say that's rude. Okay, simple as that. But with the Ten of Wands that we saw in the beginning, it might be very hard sometimes to do that. So we will need to practice. We will find out afterwards. I should have said how rude they were. But so if you just look at this, you will eventually start to loosen up a little bit so that you can act more natural in every situation. So there's no turning back here. You can't go back. You need to, we have the little crab as well. So you need to continue towards the truth that you have seen. So if someone is treating you badly or someone else badly, you are going to say, and not only that, you're also going to be able to express always how you feel and what you want, and what you think is the best approach in this situation, because the King of Swords has a very good judgment. So I think you're leaving this past behind where you were kind of lured into a certain pattern that had you captivated in a certain behavior that wasn't good for you. It wasn't good for anyone, but it was convenient because some people avoided their pain. I don't think it was you. It seems like you have lived with pain a whole lot. Five of Cups, Seven of Cups. So it's just that the pain now landed in someone else's knees. Someone that didn't want to take responsibility for it, might have acted self-destructive or in other way, and you had to always pick up the pieces, always. And here you just, and you didn't do it anymore, and the pain ended in their lap, and you just freed yourself here, and that broke down probably the relationship, and it's still broken in the future, as I can see, but it's because this other person needs to go through their own transformation. So you just have to have, patience here, waiting for this. You have already grown up, waiting for the other person to grow up too, or the world to grow up. Maybe they need to catch up with you. Of course, we shouldn't always be scary. We don't always have to be scary, but I think we get less scary if we tell our truth, because people know. They usually know what we think anyways, even if we keep our mouth shut, but they are grateful for that we are playing the game, and then they can make you into a person that is unreliable because you didn't tell your truth. But from now on, you're going to tell your truth, but do it in a very diplomatic way. So there not has to be unnecessary deaths here. So because it seems like it can be a lot of relationships, people just hanging up the phone and not picking it up anymore. So try to be, rely on yourself, but don't be so tough that you close your heart totally. Continue wanting to be with these people, but only on the premises that everyone treats each other nice. Sorry. So, okay, advice for my dear Cancer. We have initiation and also ascension. So this looks like you have really made it through. So you're kind of done with your part, and you're sad that there wasn't any reward. But you have come to this point where you needed to come. And now there's other things you are going to have to learn. But for now, you have stepped through a really important door, the 11 Justice here, and you came out as the King of Swords with all this strength also. So now you are your soul, and you can be connected to the universal wisdom, so you don't have to question yourself all the time. Every stage in life is an initiation into a new higher state of being. Through this constant progressive initiation, we gain access to the strength that helps us grow in love and wisdom. Welcome these evolutionary passages. See them as an opening that leads you to work on your innermost being so that you can be forever lifted up to the highest ideal God. So there came again, lifted up, lift me up is one of the songs. I'm constantly being initiated into higher state of awareness. And I think this time you were initiated by anger, actually. Like enough is enough. Unk. And that's your initiation. That was what you have refused all along because you were fearful of the consequences. Maybe heaven would fall down in your head if you said no. Okay. So take some time to reconnect with nature. Allow yourself to be drawn in by the wonders of the natural world. They will lead you to your inner divinity and help you tap into a deep reservoir of peace and light within. I take time for myself. Nothing is more important. In nature, I find my inner peace and tranquility. I delve into my inner sanctuary. So I think it's the ascension here is you coming home to yourself. So there's a lot of inner peace, and it doesn't really matter what happens on the outside, what other people do. You have already found your home. And your home was, as always, it was you. You were just a little bit disconnected because you played a role and you tried to adapt other people's beliefs that wasn't really yours. Okay, so I will see if we can have spiritual advice for you when it comes to love. That one. You are destined for greatness on the wings of love. So beautiful. To clarify, the primary roles of love are not to heal, fix, or mend, not to soothe, cure, or ease, not even to refresh, rejuvenate, or restore. Hardly. The primary roles of love are to jaho, jiha, and waho. Get your love on, the universe. So I guess this is going to be your next, the next thing. To be able to be happy again, because now you have proved you can be mad and that you can be strong and you can suffocate happiness if it's not given to you in the right shape or form. For example, if you want happiness with someone but they are not truly helping you with that, or you want harmony and no one is helping you, so then you can kind of cut off and sacrifice happiness because now you are so self-reliant. But this is also maybe chipping away a little bit on your, you were a little bit more dreaming before and had more hope and more like the fool, like giddy, or yes, it's going to be so great. And this might have gone lost on you. So eventually you're going to find back to this feeling and also to feeling love for the people that you were so angry at, but one thing at a time. But if love comes, if you feel love, let love be there. You will not forget that you need to be angry at this person or need to keep them on an arm's length distance until they have gone through their transformation and become nicer. Okay, so this is their feelings towards you, feelings or thoughts. Give yourself much more credit. Oh, stranger than strange, preponderance to ponder. Those in great relationships aren't always those who are good at relationships, and those in challenging relationships aren't always those who are bad at relationships. Oh, see, wow, even though I use preponderance ineptly, this one is really good. Please ponder the universe. I feel, this is a greater message, of course, for you, but I feel from their point of view, even if the relationship or the situation between you wasn't ideal, they still think the world of this relationship. So that's what I'm feeling with this card. Okay, so I'm also going to look into your feelings and intentions or thoughts towards them. Honor thyself. So it's like, screw them. I'm going to honor myself here. So fun. Just curious, when was the last time you looked into a mirror and addressed yourself as gorgeous, magnificent, and sublime? It matters. Here's looking at you, gorgeous, the universe. Psst. Okay, hubba hubba counts. Okay, if you say you're, oh, hubba hubba when you look at the mirror, that's okay. So, Okay, yeah, you have not so much to energy to spend on these people right now, so that's fine, because this is the stage you were supposed to come to. So enjoy it while it lasts, and yes, be angry as long as you need to be angry, but eventually, naturally, you will be able to love them and still have great boundaries. You will be able to be open and still be able to say no. So that's going to be the day, okay? I think that's a song again, but okay, we will see. Oh, yeah. It's a problem to fit them into the description box. That will be the day. That will be the day when I die. Okay. That will be the day when I... okay, it's American Pie, actually. I hear more of the melody right now, so bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Okay. So listen to that and dance a little bit to make the energies a little bit, happy again. I want to invite you back to my June reading that I'm going to perform in the middle of May. And until then, take really good care. Okay, bye-bye.